Aloha everyone, Joshua Hayes at BigWaveTrading.com. For the second day in a row, I do not have any end of day long signals. I do not have any end of day sell signals. And that's kind of weird, but not really. We're very late in this uptrend. Short term. We can still go much higher. Just to let you know, I'm not sure what the exact numbers are, but I know for a fact that we've been above the 21 EMA on a continuous day basis. It's got to be around 64, 63 days now, right around there. That's the longest since 1997. We just eclipsed the 1998 mark. But in 1997, I believe the SPY was able to do this for 75 days. So we still have 10 more days that we could possibly continue on higher. But either way, we are about to head into the two negative seasonally, historically bearish months of the year for the stock market. August, September does not mean you have to pull back, but this is normally when corrections you would like to see occur. You can see back here in July, it happened last year, just as a reference. August, September, then we rallied higher. I do not know what's going to happen this year. I would not step in front of this market no matter what. I just am bullish as bullish can be. But it's hard to buy breakouts when the market's been up for this long. So back in April, had no problem buying breakouts, fresh breakouts to new highs like Netflix. Back in May, had no problem buying breakouts. But around sometime in June, started to become more defensive with breakouts, and in July, basically stopped buying breakouts, only buying stocks basically within consolidation patterns, only sizing into stocks off the lows of consolidation patterns. So as we continue on with this uptrend, I'm going to pass on breakouts. Am I going to every once in a while be upset about it, like VRSN? Got a pocket pivot point signal here. Mentioned it to everybody. Would love to get long, but it had earnings today. Hey, this one did work. That is great. But still, there's other breakouts that once they happen, you are being above this line, they come right back in and stuffed. And everything's fine. Everything's going well. But still, Tossed is another example. I am long tossed. I got long in this consolidation area. But if you bought on the breakout level here, fail, here, fail, here, fail, here, finally works. So it's just that kind of a market. A-Lab never could get my entry. This one is the bummer of them all because right here, I brought it up to members and was like, I should just get long now. I don't think I'm going to get my hammer, what I was looking for here in this area. I got back here, but I told everybody I don't think I'm going to get my hammer pattern, and it's gone. So it's okay. I'm all right with doing that, especially as we head into August, September, especially as we head into the heart of earnings season. But would I step in front of this market? I always go to the higher time frame, and right now it's triple green on my tertiary indicators that I track. We got light blue bars still trending up on the weekly TTM trend momentum indicator. If you look at the QQQ, it's the exact same thing. IWM, exact same thing. I don't even know about the DIA. As you can see here, I can only assume, and it is the exact same thing. So until we at least see dark blue bars show up on the weekly time frame, like here, I mean, there's no reason to even think that the market is going to stop moving higher. DIA, IWM, QQQ, and SPY all have the exact same chart. So I wouldn't look for a market pullback, but at the same time, I hope we get one. I would love to see the market consolidate. That would really help the true leading stocks stand out from the rest of the market, the laggards, and then I could at least really size in positions. But that being said, I still am very limited on capital. I can't raise any capital. I'm all in the long-term portfolios. Quarterly portfolios always stay fully invested. They just rotate out of leaders to from quarter to quarter. And despite the recent pullback in Netflix, that portfolio is still outperforming the overall market this quarter, which is just amazing considering that we have actually had three stinkers in this portfolio, not only Netflix, but OKTA. So nice day today with OKTA kind of saving the day from Netflix. But those portfolios are fully invested. Swing position accounts are fully invested. And today in the day trading land, I actually saw MVCT do something that I haven't seen any stock, or MCVT do something that I haven't seen any stock do on a Friday. So there are some positives out there. We're going to keep on keeping on. Do I have any signals this evening? I already told you I don't. But what do I like that I flagged? BWXT is breaking out of cup with high handle, but I believe BWXT has earnings like I believe it's 8-4 before the market open. So, or 8-4 after the market close. I don't know, but it's too soon to take this breakout, and there was no setup within the base. By the way, my daily squeeze scan has 14 stocks. My loose daily squeeze scan has 33 stocks. My weekly squeeze scan has 8 stocks. I've already reviewed them all. There are no great setups or anything that I want to get long following Friday's session. But I like this breakout. CDNS, another solid breakout. It too has earnings next week, but both of them could easily do what VRSN did. They're buyable gap up candidates. If BWXT gaps up, if CDNS gaps up, they are buyable candidates, just like VRSN was whenever I flagged it a couple of days ago. I also flagged GDX this evening. That is nice, but it's extended slightly from the 21 EMA and 50 SMA. I'm going to go ahead and pass on that. I still have a position in AEM, so that's my gold stock on the swing side. Let's see, Fox was another nice setup. It has earnings coming up soon, but once again, if it gaps up on earnings, it's a buyable gap up candidate. I would go long this stock today if it did not have earnings coming up. Tight daily squeeze. If we look at the weekly chart, yeah, we're not lined up with my indicators, but we are coming out of a TTM trend slingshot with that loose squeeze, and we got a tight squeeze on the daily. We start to curl higher. This is definitely one that I like. Excellent setup. Love the volatility contraction pattern. Looks good, but with earnings coming up, once again, I'm just not going to do it. So I don't have any signals that I'm going to take this evening. Those are the best looking stocks: BWXT, CDNS, Fox, GDX. I have 0 end of day sell signals. Do I have any orders on the books? I still do have one on the books, and it currently is going to get all the available count capital. I posted this chart on Twitter, the weekly flag pattern that's forming. I said a breakout above the flag high, and I'm getting long. But guys, this stock has earnings on August the 5th before the market open. So if this stock does not trigger and fill on Monday, that will then put me within the less than 5 full sessions that I require to get long a stock before earnings. And the reason why I do that, because if the stock doesn't explode higher immediately after each session, I sell off 20% leading into the earnings date. And if it happens to gap up and be a huge winner, hey, it's a buyable gap up candidate. But I can't risk, especially in a biotech stock, this getting long this stock and having a horrible earnings reaction and it selling off lower. That being said, I'm going to go ahead and take a shot to doing this. So the downtrend line was my buy stop. After today's session, I have a bullish hammer candle right on top of the 50 SMA. So I'm going to go ahead and move my buy stop from above this high here. I don't know where it was, 39.74, I believe. I'm going to move the buy stop to above today's high of the day, which is 36.94. So my buy stop will be at 36.95. I will have a limit offset, so I guess that's like what, 37, 35, right around there, 37.32. So 37.32 will be my 1% limit offset, and then my final stop on this trade will be here if it triggers and fills on Monday. Now, if it triggers and fills on Monday and explodes higher, hey, I'll probably take some profits. I'll have a stop below Monday's low, a stop below Friday's low, and then a final stop right here. So it'll probably end up being staggered all the way down. And if that seems like too many orders, it's extremely easy for me at Interactive Brokers Trader Workstation. So I don't know if I could do this on any other platform, but my swing position account is at Interactive Brokers. They make it very easy. So if it triggers and fills on Monday, whatever Monday's low day is will be my first stop to potentially safe from a possible binary move lower, then some stops here, then some stops here, and a final stop here. But TGTX is still on the books. I'm just moving the buy stop down now based on this hammer right off the 50 SMA. But if it does not trigger and fill on Monday, I will completely cancel the trade. But that's the only idea I have this weekend. Nothing has really changed. Everything is working. I have nothing else to say on this market, so we'll go ahead and wrap up the video lesson. Have a wonderful rest of your weekend, everyone, and I'll see you back here on the YouTube channel on Friday.